2-1 in favor of NIP, with Inferno going in favor of North. How about that? Very specific prediction.
That was a bit specific, Hank. Yeah, I don't know what to predict in this one. I'm just going to take it as the cookie crumbles.
Well, here we go. We are off. It will be a T-side start for North. We'll see if they can have a decent start here on the pistol. It's Reds, who's been so good as of late. One of the young guns of NIP, finding both the headshots there as well. How has he got away with two? And he's actually got towards the underpass. A third was available to him, but Kiabi will take him down in the end. There we go. It's all going to calm down at this point. There's no more grenades, though, for the T's. You can see it's a 4-on-3. One smoke for Lecro and the defuse kit. Two players holding on the B bomb side for the CTs. And no map control whatsoever to speak of for North. This is a bit of a nightmare.
Dennis checks out toward the Adrian position. He's certainly ready for the arrival at top mid. It's going to be Kiabi and AZ the first to get there. Crossfire set. Shoulder shows, not a headshot. No time for Dennis to land it. I'm wondering, Hank, if we should make sound effects, as we've done in the past on Train.
Pew, pew.
Actually, on second thought, let's
Fun review.
not do that. Yeah. Curation's come back in. It's not going well. No exhibition today. Good shot from Dennis. Takes down KRB, and AZ running, trying to punish that. Gets the immediate shot afterward. It's all on Evolve. He has to look out from the apartment position. Does get at least forced, but Dennis, well positioned. And 3 kills on a USP for Dennis. Who would have ever thought that?
What year is it? Well, he hasn't looked that sharp in pistols recently. I remember back in the day, like 2 years ago, we were talking about Dennis. Every single game, the pistol god. He still is proficient on them, but not what he used to be, I would say. I think that's a fair statement, but that was a lovely round from him. 3 kills, all precise headshots as well. We're getting to round number 2, and again, it's the force buy from the T side. We saw this from MIBR earlier, and we're still kind of working out where the meta lies. What teams like the force buy in the second, wants to get the AKs in the third. It seems on Inferno, a lot of teams are happy to force buy in the second one. You can see a MAC 10 there for Gade. There is Tech 9 as well in the hands of Kiabi. Haven't seen that for a while, but it's making its way back in towards the game now. Round 2. And it looks like an apartment's burst. You got 3 players in position with the bomb. 2 towards middle. Dennis with the M4 this time. Plenty of cash from the previous round. But he's the only player with a rifle. As we get the sound back here. We're off. Flashbang in. Apartment burst. Here's the flashbang that will go after this.
Cadian chucks it through the chimneys. Chimneys of fire. Forrest holding all of them, walking toward him. Chance to line it up, gets 2. That's fair play. That's good enough in this situation as AZ does respond to get the bomb, but without much access to the site. Smoked off entirely, in fact. Previously by design, now by condemnation. As he'll hold off behind the wall with an MP7 in hands, there's still going to be... Well, 3-3, make it better than that. This AZ MP7 picked up, carried over, is actually pulling it back. It's even named after Ninja. He's everywhere. He's in every game. It says his name right on it. Does he get royalties for that?
I'd assume so.
Can I get my hair dyed blue?
I think you should leave the hair alone now.
Let's just shave it.
Let's get it off. Anyway, this is going to be not necessarily a retake here, just trying to deny the plan. You can see they've got 15 seconds remaining. But Cadian making the godlike play. It looks like it's all over. And once again, it's the second round force buy that finds success here, this time for North, as they managed to actually get complete control of the A side. Pincer, the C2s who are waiting to defend the final commitment. And it's Cadian to close things out. So NIP presumably get a force buy in response. Remember, that was the first 2 kills in favor of NIP as well. Forrest got 2 of the MP7, but quickly it fell apart. Deagles, CZ's here. A kit for Forrest as well, so he wants to make sure they actually have a chance if the bomb gets planted. Good flashbang at the start, like Crow will have to fall back, and now Reds, very powerful. This Desert Eagle will have to actually fall back. His teammate drops his smoke in response, so that'll buy them some time to reposition, actually establish a crossfire. You see 2 rifles available on the T side. Gabi with the M4 of NIP and AZ's AK-47. Time ticking away, but they have got the banana control. 2 players on the CT side, on the B side, I should say. No stacks coming through as the smokes and flashes are deployed.
MP5, first one we've seen tonight, because in the previous series, everyone had given up on them. We touched on that ever so briefly. Katie and the one still using it. I do agree that they've seemingly brought in an in-game leader in Cadian who's brought some new philosophies and ideas to North, and they have had... I don't want to call it like a rocket ship trajectory, but they have been going up on a steadier curve. I think he individually, though, needs to start fragging. He's had a few performances that have led me to question. Certainly when I've been casting or I've been witnessing it, question his position. Electro does find one ball that gets him back immediately after with the MP7. 1-1 line already means that they can open the res. Watch for get right on the boost. He does at least get Gade, but AZ, he pulls it back immediately on the AK-47. So we still find ourselves with North in the lead and the bomb to be planted. AZ still doing work. Cadian gets one of the MP5. Close range, no problem. No armor, no problem. Again, it's the mid-range fall-off where I start to see it struggle.
Indeed. Well, NIP will have to bring out Zeus, apparently. Lecro's going to purchase that, but like I said, I feel like North have got the upper hand on Inferno. I've seen them play it so much. It's the map they've really focused on. As we get a little bit deep into this one, it's going to be the full eco, though, for NIP. Not really much you can do here. Only a few $100 invested in Lecro Zeus. That's it. No armor, no nades, no upgraded pistols. So should be North finding 3-1, as Lecro will just be rushing with the Zeus.
He's going to get one.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely not. Shot it above. I should have done what you did and said it after.
Exactly, that's the trick.
That is, I'm learning.
Time it just well enough so they don't realize.
Okay, I'm new here.
Just got to do it just as the trigger's pulled.
I don't know how to cast.
Well, we'll teach you this tournament. Might not be the best. Might not be the best way to learn, but we'll do it.
Yeah, you know what? I just need to go back to ESCA land in Dallas and cast with Dust from Red.
Was that your
I'll
opener?
just start it over. Yeah, we'll hit the reset button. That was my original. Yeah.
First ever.
Yep.
I can't remember my first game. Oh, it was Richard Lewis online.
Oh, well, no, hang on. I mean...
Oh, you mean like your first LAN?
Yeah,
okay.
in like I did like a couple charity events. And anyway, back to the game, Hank.
Back to the game.
Stop getting distracted.
Well, it's a full eco. We're allowed to talk over these ones in group stages. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Is that in the rule
I just
book?
made that rule up.
Okay,
so.
all right. That's official now. Reddit,
it's
who
in
likes
the,
to complain
ECS
that
rule
people
book.
aren't serious and
yeah.
you know, get offended. I missed our community in 2015 when they were fun and we could say things and no one cared. Now it's like literally everyone just wants to piss on everything.
But you're not bitter or anything. So.
I mean, I've just come to like accept it. Definitely not bitter.
USPs. And the point of saving these, I will say this much, is because you want to deny the kill reward on the T side. The MP5s can get a lot of money from killing unarmored CT, $600 a piece. So you might as well just hold up and hopefully they get greedy and you can maybe steal away an AK or an MP5. We'll see what happens here. But that's a smart call from NIP. It's not the most exciting way to play the game, but it's one of the more efficient ways. Every dollar counts. Every kill has an outcome on the game. So, as you can see, money getting to a position that's not fantastic for the ninjas, but there's enough there for rifles. Maybe a FAMAS will have to be thrown into the mix just to make sure they get a bit of utility, especially for the likes of Forest 4300. Not the best CT buy available to him, especially on a map like Inferno, which is very heavily influenced by the utility usage. So there's the Lizard for Res, the Org. I'll be deployed here. We're seeing at least one member on each team at this stage have an Org or Creed player, it seems.
For the most part,
yeah.
And it was something we touched on casting the college match in Chicago, is that those guys didn't. So it seems like the top teams are sort of embracing this meta sooner and also showing off, I think, sort of those guys are still eager to prove themselves and therefore sticking to tradition and what they know, whereas the guys at the top level have so much skill, they're willing to use that skill in other ways and showcase it with other weapons. So, yeah, I think just about every team. Rez, Chris J, Kerrigan, Elige. Just
Device
a little bit, but we saw
using
Device now.
Yep.
Yeah, more than him even.
And so it's just a situation. If you play a position like Coffins, for example, look how perfect the Org is for this sort of angle. If an Org comes around there, you've got a nice zoomed-in position. You can react quickly, be precise with it. As the full execution comes in, this doesn't look bad from North. You can see Rez gets completely wrecked. So does Get Right. And now he's got to fall back with the Org. Look at the amount of flames. I said that North's Inferno has looked impressive recently, but that was a lovely little execution. They get full map control. Like 4 Molotovs on the bomb site, down in the smokes as well. That was precise, to say the very least. And there is no kit available here on the CT side. They've got a lot of work to do, and not a lot of time to do it as they get ready towards Ruins. This might even be a save already with no diffuse gear, Matt. I would be considering it. With that smoke especially, I'd say just fall back. Just one by one.
Yeah, sitting, waiting, shooting gallery. AZ's got Forest next. Dennis was waiting the whole time to get in from Ruins, but his whole team's perished in the meantime. He'll swing out and at least get AZ. Now that will take away some of the aggro and allow his teammate to join him. Rez is in the site as well, but they've got no time.
Hello.
And they're trying to get away with a knife while Cadian flanks. Yeah, it's just lack of foresight.
Yeah, I really think you have to pick your battles at that point. When you realize that it's early on in the game, we don't have any utility to retake. We have no kits. They've got the bomb down. They've got close range SMGs that got in position. I just feel like that's a call you have to make. Maybe just fall back just because of the kit mainly. But overall, they went for it. Didn't work out. It's going to be 4-1 NIP with the CZs, Deagles. They've got a few smokes, 4 of those. And we'll see if this is enough. Lekro, I would say, is a top 5 Deagler in the game right now. So that's going to be something to watch. Absolutely. Fantastic with it. But needs the opportunities first. And North, quite a tactical team, actually, so I don't think they'll be giving much up. They won't just be doing contact plays up towards middle. They'll be using all the smokes. We saw that execution before, but there is a gap. Get right capitalizes. He'll only get 1, but still significant. Makes things a little bit more uncomfortable, but still no weapon retrieved on the CT side. Round 6 here, North. Looking very, very good on the T side of Inferno. Best of 3, so overpass next. Both teams will be happy to play it. Cadian is now the main AWP of the squad. And let's have a look. Less than a minute remaining. You can see that it's being very methodical here. Don't want to give too much up. They've managed to bring things back to a 4-on-4, baiting out their utility, working out the stack on either side of the map. No gap this time for Lekro.
Deagle in hand, though. Waiting inside of the cubby. Gate hasn't... Okay, I take it back. It looked like...
You'd be surprised how often
people don't check it.
Overlooked it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They always feel like the second player is going to do it. Like, oh, I'll go. I'm going to take the fight. You just... And then, yeah, things, stuff.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
No player is perfect, and communication can sometimes be translated in the wrong way, but either way, it's going to be now a 4-on-2. That's going to be the round. Dennis and Forest with an AK. Dennis should be just saving that for the next round. That's a nice little pickup. Finds AZ's rifle. Arguably, North should have thrown that away, just to have that in mind. But either way, doesn't matter too much. It is going to be 5-1. They're having a hell of a half here. As NIP, they can bring out double orbs now. They have the potential in this squad to use that. Primarily, Forest is the main AWP, but Lekro can pick it up, so can Rez. Dennis, pretty much only Get Right there won't ever purchase the weapon. But we'll see if that's where they want to position themselves. I don't think for this particular round the maximum loss bonus coming in, but you never know. Dennis with the AK looks like he'll be able to save it. Fantastic rifle up. Give him an AK. Can start to play slightly more aggressive angles and take those duels against the terrorist forces. As all 4 survive, they're not hunting too much. They're not overextending. They're making sure they keep their money strong, and it certainly is. Cadian hasn't had to purchase an AWP yet. He's died once. And we're going into round number 7. That's excellent for him. Going to have $10,000 to his name.
10,000 bucks at round 6. Not bad at all. We get back to guns. We've got another AUG brought out for NIP. North taking the lead thus far. Molotov goes down. That's actually well deployed. The way that spread covered like half the top of the stairs as well. Makes things a little awkward. I do love that we have the mini-map showing the Molotovs as well, so you can look in the corner. You can see right now, in fact, that there's one at the top and bottom of Banana. That's why Get Right is pinched in between. Lobbing a nade to the corner. That did very little damage considering how close that was to his position. But he's yet to get a kill in this round as Rez continues to fire in. That's tapping as well, by the way. Slightly slower than the firing rate of the regular Mouse 1 in that gun. Because that is one thing with the AUG. More so than the Krieg, the firing rate's a lot slower.
Well, Rez more than happy to hold alone. That smoke down, might be feeling a little bit more uncomfortable, but still, he knows it buys him some time. There's 50 seconds remaining, but North still have 3 smokes, 2 Molotovs, and they're sending all 5 players towards B. We saw how destructive that execution was before. There's 2 players to receive it, Get Right and Rez once again. But they haven't got all 5 players in position here, so North won't necessarily be going for the same play. They could do a fake of it, though. So it will be Kiabi and AZ, and they're going to deploy 2 smokes. They've just put 2 smokes in towards the B side of the map. The bombs towards A. So they're trying to pull a rotation over in the form of Dennis. That has worked perfectly. This is what we call a classic textbook fake map. Easy to go in by himself. He's got 3 players there. While all that's going on, you can see it's actually Forrest defending now an A attack. He's going to go down here. Absolutely, but surely not. He actually survives, get a kill. It's now a 5-on-2 in favor of NIP. It was looking so promising for North. They get nothing out of it. Not even a plan. It was going so well. They pulled 1 player over. Dennis was tricked by the bait. AZ goes down with nothing, which is to be expected. He just wants to hold players there as long as possible. But no one kills Forrester. I couldn't believe it. Looked like he was done for. He was flashed, smoked off, but they couldn't find that kill. And all of a sudden, all the attention was taken towards the bomb site, and it all falls apart. And NIP looking a lot stronger now. But Lekro still hanging out. So I think we must have a technical timeout here. Yeah, we're not
I just got the not live call in my ear as well. They do notify us because there are certain situations when, just to give sort of a background information on, I guess, sort of what we have in our ear, they let us know that even though it seems obvious, because there are times where in the rule set, someone didn't call a timeout correctly,
sure,
and teams aren't moving and it is live and they're not, or we assume something, or, we're casting, it could go the other way. We've seen that before. We're casting around and we're all into it, and then all of a sudden it's, oh, actually not live. So they do keep us updated on that. They usually try and give us a reason as to why, but we are not live. That is all I can tell you.
Indeed.
That was verbatim.
5-2, and we'll see the money swing back and forth here. Still North with the lead, and they do have a decent buy. I think it's just a trivial sound issue. That's normally what it is. A lot going on there, a lot of moving parts. The coach involved, and USB sound cards, and sound protecting headphones, and all that sort of stuff. It's the only thing that really ever goes wrong. Lekro with the AWP, as I said, pretty much anyone could pick it up on NIP, but here's the incendiary at the start to slow down the initial approach, stop them getting in towards that underpass position.
Cadian's going to get very aggressive on this. That early Molotov's given in position. Shadow shows, but he pre-fired it just as Get Right looked to change directions, and as such dodged the bullets. Goes back out and gets the kill. It's a bit unfortunate for Cadian's perspective, as AZ trying to climb up to catch them retreating. Gets Get Right down to 8 HP. I can't say I'm cheering for Get Right today, Hank, because he told me my hair looked disgusting.
Disgusting was the word he used. Wow.
Nah, he didn't actually.
Okay.
But he was the most vocal about my hair.
Well, maybe he's just a fan of yours.
He's trolling me, that's all.
Okay. Good stuff, though, by Rez. That all coming to life now. It's going to be Lekro with the kill on the AWP as well. They've got the bomb. Not sure they can quite spot it. That's definitely recoverable as AZ will just sneak through, pick it up. Still a 5-on-2, though. NIP coming to life now on Inferno. There's the incendiary, or Molotov, I should say, towards the Orange's position, but doesn't actually land. So 40 seconds remain. AZ involved up. Not really too many options here. They can get a plant down, I'll be impressed, but might not even be worth that. They're going to be flashing over. That's towards Coffin, so allow AZ to try and focus on CT spawn, which he'll be able to. Let's see if he can get the kill. But Get Right will drop him, and the bomb's down in a pretty compromised position now. Rez to finish things off.
And Get Right even stays alive.
Yeah.
Loses 2 HP. It must have been the last bullet through the edge of the wall. Either way, pretty solid stuff from NIP that time around, and bringing us ever closer with 2 rounds in a row. They'll bring the money back down ever so slightly on the north side, because there's still 8,600 for Cadian. I think they'll talk that over now as we look back on the action. Look at Get Right, waiting for the wrap and still just able to get the information despite that Rez was smoked off and turned back in time. Forrest has been rocking that man bun for years. I hope he holds it for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he's been there when it was in fashion, and now he's kind of outliving it as well.
He was hipster after it was cool.
Yeah.
And before.
You don't really see them that much these days, do you? They kind of have dropped off.
Scandinavia still has a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, in America, it was like one of those things we were late. North America, I almost included myself in just America. We were late to the party, and then like everything, we like overindulge in it because we're like, oh, well, that's cool, we got to do that. And then we just get sick of it and burn it out really fast, right? So it was like a 1-year period for the man bun. And then that's that. Cool. Story time's over, kids. Let's get back to the action. Tech 9 for Cadian. He's the only one without a full rifle. Micro does have an AWP. Rez is burning, down to 79. He'll get away from that. Was toward the top side in the middle. Wow, Rez. Excuse me, that was Catwalk. My mistake. I was watching where the Molotov was top side. Thought he backed away there, but he still gets a kill, gets away, gets back alive, and has Get Right to support this as well. They've got decent utility on the NIP side. They still have a smoke in the hands of Dennis, and equipped literally in the hand of Get right now, ready to be deployed, is a smoke for B. So they've got enough to work with and hold off North as Rez positions at Coffins for the next kill. Get right kind of taking on a support role to give Rez a chance here, isn't he? He knows Rez is such a powerful player in terms of skill. He's really letting him run rampant inside of Banana. Kirby does get right down this time. He's not so fortunate to hold off toward the tree, but Lekro is aware of the fact that they're going to push through, and rotating toward Ruins gets the AWP in a perfect position. That was good damage, but not a kill. As Lekro tries to fire back through the stained glass. Needs go through and work. I was surprised by that. Cadium was all the way in the corner, and Forrest just barely got him. Edge of the blast radius, but nonetheless, the HP low enough that it's a kill. As Kirby plays toward New Box. They're down a man, AK in hand. Trying to time this to perfection, but Incendiary will force him out. They nearly line up. Rez gets one.
Here we go then, Gage. The young gun trying to prove himself in the 2 versus 1. There are kits available. They'll go for the full defuse here, but they get off it for a second, and still they'll win the round. It comes right down to the wire here, but NIP, comfortable defuse in the end. Gage didn't really stand a chance there with one player going for the fake defuse. They can both focus on B, the banana entrance, and they can just gun him down. There was no chance he was going to get both. So well called, calmly handled there by NIP, and the money must be starting to be drained by NIP at this point. We'll see if there's another buy available. There is one more. You can see an MP5 for AZ. Everyone fully invested now. Gade with a little bit of residual cash. Same story for Valda. There we go, round 10. It was looking pretty awful at the start for NIP, but this is much better. Lekro getting some confidence to face T-steps. He can be almost certain there'll be no AWP available after they win 3 rounds in a row.
Cadian's going to go back through the underpass position and work out toward mid. Yeda's already worked his way inside the boiler room. So Lekro being the primary at this point for NIP, how does that make you feel?
He is arguably the most skilled player on the team, I would say. So why not? Like, let's see what he can do. We've seen Automatic recently pick up the Orva Cloud9. Like, these superstar aimers, like, all it is point and click at the end of the day. Like, if they're confident with it and they can learn the play style, bring it on. There's no rules to who can use what weapon. As long as you're comfortable with it, let's give it a go. Lekro nails a double kill. Oh my goodness, that's not bad at all. The bomb goes down as well. Was on for a third, but now low HP will let his teammates pick up the pieces, but he does go down. Double kill for the MP5. Who would have thought that would be the case? As Forrest, good positioning, will find the third kill, but the player sneaks through.
He did. Okay, he spotted his feet. I was going to say that could have been a problem because he thought he was in the clear and he would have left his teammates dead because they would have had no information. They could have easily had their backs exposed. Thankfully, they spot it, turn, and NIP ties the game up. How fitting is that? We bring up Lekro on the AWP, nails a double. Big old collateral, and we've got a tie game with money firmly in the favor of NIP now, as it's on to pistols for North. They'll only be on pistols for 1 round, given the bonus. Bang, that's not bad.
MP5. Getting it done. Close range. Silence. Always deadly. And we'll see now. Tech-9s, CZs, PD50s. Finally, North have been broken by the looks of things. They do fully invest into this round, though, trying to do whatever they can. But NIP are holding strong in the last few. Get right, like you said, certainly diluted his role over the years. Is no longer we call the lurker, I don't think. He definitely has fallen into the class of, I guess, what we'd call a support player. A role that's so vague. I'm not really sure that you could be that specific with it, but either way, we'll have PD50, CZs here in the apartments. We've seen this so many times. Smoke towards library, flash over from middle. They'll burst out and try and overwhelm the CTs on the other side. This does not look perfect, though, but we'll see what happens here. There's too many smokes down. They're going to have to negate all of these while blinds, and you can see they're struggling to get out. One by one they go, but the final smoke does land in the end. And they've got into the pit safely, so far, so good.
Lekro tries to fire back down toward the pits. They're both in the corner of the mini pit. Mini pit, I understand, as a former connotation of what is Moto, where there was a bridge and a crawl space under it previously. Now, it's the edge underneath the balcony. AZ inside of the site, working to get the bomb down. Needs to go aggressive to do so because the AK needs to hold, but NIP overruns, and it's now 5 in a row for the Ninjas. Or as you say, the Ninjas.
Ninjas in the pajamas.
Piamas.
And there it is, tactical timeout. North, with the high-flying start, was so comfortable here. They were 5-1 up, I believe. Indeed, they were. And all of a sudden, they received 5 rounds back. So things being very equal here, as it has been throughout the day. Had a lot of close games, but here's North now on the back foot. NIP looking comfortable here. Orbs out for Electro again. A player that had to take on the responsibility of being an in-game leader for the first ever time, surrounded, by 2 of the most notorious players of all time in his team with him. One of the younger players on the squad as well. And he not only has maintained his own level of performance in terms of the fragging department, this team has got better since he became the in-game leader. Now, that is something I think is not necessarily overlooked, but hasn't been given enough weight to how brilliant that is.
Yeah, a bit like Nitro in some ways has gone through like every role in his transformation to finding his position. And almost on a faster schedule than Nitro did as well, because let's keep in mind, Nitro was playing in top-tier events as late as December of, or I should say as early, I suppose, as December of 2014. So he's been around the block. Gade will work up inside of the boiler. Further nade down toward the stairs as Kiarbi wants to work back up, and it's all to the apartments, it seems. 3 players there now for North. Forrest at the wall in the pit. He's going to actually put out Incendiary. He wants to transition away from it as the smoke goes down. Now that's clever in some ways because they still think he's there. And he's got them walking out, staring that direction with an easy shooting gallery. A lineup. Normally, you don't want to abandon pit that easily, but he played that so well. And bomb goes down. It should be another round for NIP.
Yeah, KDM, no chance of the MP5 in the side there. Forrest just makes him look foolish as he gets 3 kills there. And as you said, a shooting gallery. They're all looking at the pit. They're assuming that's where he is, and he's just laughing as he pops off the heads there. Such a legend. So good as they get now 3 AKs, I think, on the CD side. It was just the 2. Yeah, it's just Forrest and Dennis are just mixing the weapons up. So get right. He'll be on 7 and 6, doing his job, absolutely. Dennis was 7 as well. Lecker at the top, well, not quite. Forrest at the top with 12, and Lecker at 9 at the very top of North. It's going to be easy with 9 and 9. 7 to 5, though. This is actually getting a little bit worrisome because that's 6 rounds in a row now for NIP. As they continue to be aggressive there. Double kill almost lands for Dennis. He does significant damage towards AZ as well. And now they've confirmed it's an eco of sorts or a partial buy, whatever you want to call it. They don't necessarily have to fully commit now, just fall back to the crossfires. And with this control towards Banana, problem is Get Right has no backup. That is a one and done position, if ever I saw one. You get flashed off and they might get 1 kill, but you're going to be traded out. You want to be maybe at the barrels or on top of the half wall, that would be great. But let's see how he gets on. I might be completely wrong here. Maybe he nails it. I don't think he will. I think 1 kill, then he goes down.
Get right. Good positioning. Flash was over top of his head. Never did any detriment to his position. And Valda, the last of his victims, he gets 3 kills. NIP now find his 7th in a row.
That was great. Lekro arrives just when I was getting worried for Get Right there. He takes the aggro, gets the 2 kills. Lekro backs him up, and they both survive. Excellent work. 8 to 5, though. This is crumbling for North. They were... what?
5-1 up.
5-1 up. And it's just gone horribly, horribly wrong since then. And they lost the pistol as well, just to note. So there you go.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. If not for the ego to take some momentum, they may not be anywhere right now, but what to transpire as all of Banana is on fire. Rez gets pushed down.
How has he not got a kill?
I'm very surprised by that, too. That must have been whistling past both of their ears. In fact, they might have gauges like me, and the bullets were just going straight through the gauge hole.
Well, it looks good, though. North are doing fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes, well, both statements stand correct, I think. Here we go. It will be Dennis lighting them up with the AK-47. He's going to get that kill as well. Oh, my goodness. The aim display there with the AK. As now Gade and Valda panicking a little bit with that smoke. He spots the player just as he goes to commit the throw towards Coffin. That's actually going to be a real big deal. He will just have to fall back at this point. Still a 2-on-2. Lekro and Forrest leaving the A bomb site completely open. You can see our minimap focuses on where the action is. That means there's no players towards A whatsoever. We zoom out now as the terrorists start to make their way over. But they don't have the information. It's clear, of course. So they need to work out what their play is going to be. If they both go quad here, they've got a guaranteed plan.
And I think they will. That seems the obvious. In fact, they're going to go through boiler as well, so they'll take the balcony. Forrest gets close to the site but didn't hear them. He thinks that they're still coming up from middle, so he won't be able to capitalize on the fact that bomb is being planted. He can certainly wrap onto the quad, and that might still catch out Gade because he's looking out for the library. Nade in hand, but Forrest doesn't want to commit without Lekro's assistance. So he's missed a wide open door, despite that we saw it. He certainly would have known. Great shot. Makes the hard play and still pulls it off. Valda now wants to get out on top of the balcony and be proactive. Great response. Forrest had no idea to check there. He would have expected it to be inside of the site. And Valda, he now has revealed, but can peek accordingly. What can Lekro do to possibly pull him out from that position? Nothing. So the round is won. They pull it back and even taps the bomb to try and take the fight, but nothing he could do.
Do you want the AWP, boys? Yes, we do. Well, there we have it. Cadian will take that. First round they've posted in a while. Coming to the end of the first half now, we might split the difference once again. If North can find 8-7, they'll be happy with that. Here's Dennis, like we said, fantastic work with the AK. Gets 3 kills, but still wasn't enough. Gade managed to bring it back to the 2-on-2, and Valda, also another Danish player, fantastic in these clutches. Very calm and cerebral, as we'll see him pick up the round. There's the final of the half, though. Kiabi on the MP5, curiously. Can I have a look at the money, please, and see what they've got left over? So they couldn't have dropped an AK, so fair enough. He'll use that. It's removed now anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we'll see Lekro find the opening pick with the AWP. The damage done towards AZ as well is looking good for the Ninjas. Oh, well, Gade, he'll turn things around very quickly. Forrest goes down, so does Lekro. And as soon as I say it's looking good, it starts to look terrible. It's the final round. They have to go for this retake, and the bomb, luckily not planted yet, gives them a chance to reposition and be part of this situation.
Oh, good nade. AZ was getting ready to peek. It's absolutely dunked on, and then through the box, Dennis hits the shot.
This is unreal.
I mean, the positioning was so good, and NIP just has the man advantage now. A nade and some spam.
It was because of that one incendiary. It bought them all those 5-6 seconds they needed to get in position with the grenades. The retake officially begins now, but Gade, once again, finding the kills, comes down to the 1 versus 1. It's Valda versus Rez. CT in towards the apartments here. It's a difficult plan for him to get involved with. Valda in the position where he can be pre-fired as well. The mind games begin. Does Rez realize he's so close? It doesn't look like it, as Valda stays quiet.
Oh, you're right. He hasn't made a step, has he? Valda goes back out. Rez looked there. I thought he made a step on the box, but you're right. He never did. And we end 8-7.
Right down the middle. It's what we love to see. I would say 2 very evenly matched teams here in the best of 3. I'm excited to this one. You can see so much skill available on the server. Young Gade in his rookie season showing us what he's made of against NIP here. Fantastic round by him. It was enough for his teammate Valda to close it out. He had 2 big clutches in that first half. We'll go into the second and see what NIP can do with their T-side pistol. Look at the buy. We can normally work out where they're going to go. If you see 8 Gs, you normally suggest they'll head towards B and use them at the very start of the round. 1 smoke, 1 flashbang suggests an A-side attack. You normally need 2 smokes to really commit towards B, but it's not obviously impossible. You can still go towards B. It's just a little bit more labored in that sense. They'll send a player there at the start. That's going to be Rez just to hold the logs position. In terms of the CT setup, 1 CZ and a smoke. That's in the hand of Valda. No kits.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. Forrest waiting to go with the P250. Actually grazes Kirby. That's impressive. Valda wanting to get pushed in toward the apartment position, has the spray and pray CZ. Cade's trying to take the aggro. Valda doesn't want to swing it. Patience does pay off. Thought maybe he was waiting for someone else other than just Get Right to be there. It's back over toward B. AZ, great shot.
Yeah, he's also very good at the pistols here, but Rez will best him in the heads-up duel. No smoke and spawn. Doesn't seem to be slowing them down, though. Comes into the 3-on-3, and all the CTs focusing on that banana position. Can Forrest shut them down? P250 in hand, looking for those 1-taps, and they'll line up for him. He gets 1 and a little bit of damage towards Valda, but now Lekro and Rez with the crossfire from the bomb side. Rez doesn't waste any time whatsoever. Really fun round to watch that one. Lots of aggressive plays and great precise shots as well. It's going to be 9-7 in favor of the Ninjas. And will we see the force buy again in the second round? Yes, we will. Matt, we've seen this all day. It seems like a lot of these teams are focusing now. Instead of the rifles in the third, they're happy to try and steal it away in the second. That was what MIB are doing, and North are doing the same.
Super, I have to say, noteworthy that as it is Inferno and you're attacking the B site, as soon as you put pressure on A, even though they lost the first 2 kills, all they have to do is clear the site and get the bomb down, and it's theirs. I mean, it's not a panic situation at all. Oh, Forrest takes out Rez by accident as they tripped over the kill toward AZ, or at least defending themselves from him.
Look at the damage as well from those initial grenades. A team kill comes in. This is a force buy, remember, from North. They've now got an AK. Dennis is being tagged up as well. This could be round over already. Why are these rounds so potent today?
Yeah, they really are. We've already seen an Eco win. We're forced by win in the first half. We saw one for MIBR on the same map. Inferno seems to be the map for it today.
Well, MIBR did it twice on Train, I believe, as well. So there you go. It's pretty wild. And this is actually looking like it's a done round already with a low HP of Dennis, Lekra, and Forrest. Unless they start finding some absolutely pinpoint accurate headshots here, they've got no chance. Those CZ and SMGs are going to mow them down here, but get right. Okay, Brave Peak, the only player with full HP, takes matters into his own hands. He might want to be given an AK at this point, but either way, here's Gage looking to close things out, and I said they needed precision. Forrest is delivering that in buckets and spades here. 3-on-3.
Valda. He could actually swing around behind them in the apartments as well. They don't know that he's there, so if they get a little careless, Forrest especially, and he will. He could get taken out. Lekro now has to stand tall, 2-on-2, but look at the HP. You mentioned it previously as well. KRB flying through the air.
They've actually done it. They've pulled this round back. It was looking like there was no chance for the Ninjas, but now AZ, AK might just be better off saving it at this point. He'll obviously go for it. It's like one of those rounds. You've got so tantalizingly close. You've got the AK. The bomb's just been planted, but objectively speaking, he's not going to win this, but we'll give it a go. And, oh, there you go. He's going to save it. Good work.
Yeah, AK is definitely worth it. Smoke still, bit of armor. They'll need it. Let's see what they can come up with in terms of being clever tactically next round.
Well, the thing is, they fully invest in that one. So, yes, they have the AK, but they do have a CZ as well, and a smoke, so it's not impossible to say they can win the next round, but they can't really invest much more than what they have. So, they'll be a player of an AK, a player of a CZ. They can maybe stack a bomb site, make a human shield around the AK, and see what they can do. But double digits will strike first for NIP. Great showing from them recently. Blast was a great tournament for them.
It was, indeed. Made the finals of Blast, in fact.
Indeed. Like, how long since we've seen that? And
they weren't at Chicago, which
weird?
Because of the spiritual succession of Oakland, right?
Well, they're back-to-back champions.
Yeah, that's the weird part for me. I feel like maybe there's an invite needed to be extended in that situation, but it's considered a new event, so yeah, fair play. Only so many invites available. Yeah,
well, every year CSGO gets more and more competitive, right? So, fair enough. It's your event. Do we want, I guess?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness, get right. Oh, he's done for. Yep, Valda will take him down. Full commitment with the MAC-10, but it's not a huge deal. The MAC-10 against armored opposition really isn't that useful. So, sure, he gives it up, but he's got Inferno. There's, what, 2 or 3 players top of mid.
They're going to boost up the AK, though. That's the man they have to look for. So he's not actually taking...
Bad.
He's not taking a range game with it, but you're right. It's not bad that he's boosted. He's got the rapid fire. He can be baited in. KRB, Dink at range. That's Forrest being tagged up. This is a guaranteed kill. As he jumps across, they're going to leave him up there. Volta pushes through. This could be it because Rez only gets 1 kill. AZ backs off on the smoke, but the HP is set for Rez in a 1-on-4. It's the AK save that makes the difference. AZ may only get 1 kill in the round, but it's enough to pull all of the distraction. Yeah. And it's now 10-8.
That's so cool. So not only do they funnel everyone towards that AK, sure, like we said, get right going down, not a huge deal, but the gravitas of that kill is so detrimental towards NIP because they've been funneled in towards B. That's where the AK's been boosted up. And you can see North dictating the pace of that round. They actually push them towards B. That's where the AK's waiting. They get that first kill, and then all hell breaks loose. KRB with the USP, dings the initial player, gets a kill on the follow-up as well, and there's no force buy in response there from NIP. It's going to be North who have a clear run in round number 19. Just some Deagles. A P250, I think Deagle's just 1 Deagle. That's in the hands of Rez, not Lekro. It's round 19. No nades, just going to be using this as like almost like a timeout to see what you can do. Ideally get the bomb planted, but that's looking impossible at this point. I'm not really sure how you would do that.
Of the yawning. He'll just hold with Cadian. Perfect crossfire. Need to make sure they don't fire at each other, but Valda steps wide. Rez down. If they want to try and put aggression onto him and pursue that position, they now have to confront Cadian as well. Just Glocks, no investment. Get right with bomb. They want to try and get that down, so they'll take it to the apartments, hoping that they can jump out and have some site control. Achieve that ambition. To realize their dream, Henry. What's your dream?
I'm living it right now, sat next to you.
Aw. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thankful for you.
We just
man.
had a Thanksgiving dinner next door.
It's true, we did.
Got to try it out. The turkey, pumpkin pie.
Oh, pumpkin pie. My pumpkin pie.
Although the gravy's a bit weird here. Like, it's yellow instead of brown. I'm not sure what that's about.
It's not thick either.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know gravy came in anything but brown, but there you go.
It was like beige.
Yeah. It's just like where we come from, it's just like, it's a dark brown. That's gravy.
Yeah. It's clogging your arteries and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But there we go. 10-9. North, up and about now.
Yeah, definitely up and about, and guns for both, but still they have the advantage with the money because they've almost got a round in hand, not quite. Two players do. Depends on how efficient they are, or if, pending a save, what they have in the next round. A victory, and they'll be walking on it because they'll be 10-10 and there'll be no money left over for NIP.
Here we go then. Smoke down from Cadian. The in-game leader now, and Orba hasn't really pulled the weapon out at all. They seem very comfortable with 5 rifles. He's certainly a hybrid. This team is actually similar. Set up some roles actually of NIP in North. As we'll see now, a quad push from Get Right. He is up close and personal, but Cadian seems to be aware. He'll flash up directly in the air. That's going to catch Get Right. He'll have to look away from that. Makes his way on the sight, and Cadian didn't realize he was so close, and he'll get a double kill there. Forrest chimes in as well. It's now the 3 versus 2. No bomb planted just yet, but it looks like the CTs are backing out of it, allowing NIP to pick this round up. Really nice play from Get Right, especially. That was a weird position to be in, alone by the hay bales. Your teammate's pretty far removed as well. He looks for his opportunity, spotted it. That gut feeling to get on the bomb site, finds 2 kills. They had no idea he was that close, and Cadian caught the flash out in his hand, and Kiabi and AZ will just have to hold up. But as we mentioned, they're starting to look financially very stable. They're going to save 2 AKs over, and they're going to get $1,400 per player, so they've definitely got enough to buy up next round. I dare say this will be the first time we see Cadian with the AWP going forward. Almost certainly going to be purchased, probably going to be AZ that drops it for him. And then we'll see if NIP can hold him off, because I don't think they'll be purchasing an AWP at all on the T side of Inferno. Rez will survive with 2 HP there, as the AKs will be transferred into the next round. Let's see if the AWP is dropped. Indeed, AZ purchases that. Here's Get Right. Like I said, no one knew how close he was to the site. Nice work on that follow-up kill as well. That confirms the round. Cadian AWP is out, and the AKs brought over for AZ and Valda. Oh, not quite. They swap it up. Kiabi will take it.
So single side up. Cadian playing that at B. Oh, excuse me, at top mid. I thought that was B. We swapped over toward. He's gotten flashed off the angle. So with him on the AWP toward A, they've actually gone 3B with rifles, which is interesting enough. And they haven't actually contested for banana control, which usually when you have 3 players there, that's why you're doing it. You get more utility, you can get people further down, etc. Instead, though, they're going to have to be quick in the rotation because Cadian has already been pushed off of the arch. Only a single player left on banana. Oh, that Molotov's good. Oh, yeah, I was going to say there's no way he gets out of that. That's a triple stack.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Just an absolute path of fire. As we'll see Cadian now. This is a nice AWP angle. You can normally take a safe shot, fall back towards the bomb side, as long as your teammates are watching the apartments, of course.
As soon as they flushed banana as well with those 3, Molotovs, look at the rotations. They had 3 at B originally playing passively. By design, it seems, to throw those Molotovs. They rotate over. They don't quite get the vision of the bomb back toward middle, but by just having that presence of AZ so far down, they can respond to this. And Cadian finally gets a kill on the AWP on Lekro. This is NIP really having nothing to work with in this round with 29 seconds as well. They've really got to get on their horse over toward A, it seems, as Gade, speaking of horse, will stay behind the hay and potentially swing and immediately spawn out Get Right, who sees the first. Get Right's back, sorry. Thought he had the kill originally, stopped firing. Volda does at least trade off Dennis, who took down his aforementioned teammate. As Forrest doing what he can, finds one, but 8 seconds has a lot of work to do. Cadian just trying to stay alive at this point. Brings KRB back into it, and we go 11-10.
We certainly do. 11-10, North looking stable on their CT side. They gave 1 round up previously, but make up for in the follow-up. You can see that AWP having some impact now, and they save over the 2 AK-47s as well for Kiabi and AZ. Money really not in a good spot, though, for NIP. What's to play here? They've got smokes, flashbangs, and some upgraded pistols, a couple of UMPs. They're actually all in, man. This is a surprising call by them. Let's see if it works out, because and lose this one. It's going to be 11-11 with a pretty much full eco up next. Still quite a lot of rounds to go, though. Won't be too scary for them if they lose this, but certainly not ideal. This will be the apartment attack we normally discuss. That one smoke towards library. And you have the option as well to maybe smoke the pick completely and try and get players in towards that position, but we'll see if that rings true. I doubt it, considering their lineup right now. Oh, the nade is so good. It does so much damage as well. It is the flash attack towards the A sides, and good damage from Lekro. This could actually work out. I can't believe it, as it looks like there's a save already.
Yep, Cadian can't hit the shot, and there's no chance to get back into the site. He's backed away. Not only that, they still have Forest covering off anyone rotating in middle. It's a save, and it's going to be 12 for NIP.
How is that happening? Gade and Valda, rifles on the bomb site. Lekro coming out of the apartments with just a UMP. He outguns one of them in a heads-up duel. Goes down to 1 HP. AZ pulls one back, but NIP, what a force buy that is. Couple of flashbangs, 3 players out. It works phenomenally well. That shouldn't be happening, though. North need to be stronger than that. The fact they didn't pick up a single kill there against the UMP and CZs, it wasn't even that technical. It was decent flash, but Crossfire set up like that, they should at least be able to find a couple. If you're all getting flashed at once, suggests the Crossfire has not been established correctly. But there we go. Kiabi takes down Lekro. That's about all they'll get out of the round. So they saved the AWP and the 2 AKs, so what a huge deal. Let's have a look at this, though. That's the play I'm talking about. Great. Okay, to be fair, absolutely epic from Lekro to actually hit those shots, but it's still so surprising that CTs get nothing out of it. But the laser beam of the UMP focuses on the head of the CT, and there it is. Cadian maybe looking for the first pick now. Knows there's no AWP on the other side, so why not? Faces straight up towards the T-steps. Spots one. Oh, I thought he would nail that. Not going to happen, but Valda with the follow-up gets the bomb as well. He needs to smoke this if he can and get the hell out of there. Keep control of the bomb. Wants another kill, but Rez will take him down. I really think keeping on top of the bomb was the best play, but still, there's players all around him here. It's such a chaotic round, but it looks like NFP have got it. Just AZ remaining, 3-on-1. Rez and Get Right. Low HP, but AZ has nothing to do with this map because the bomb's being planted today. It's all done.
It is indeed. NIP going to find their 13th. This is North's map choice. We go to Overpass next. Based on the information I've just given you, I'm sure you can deduce that that is NIP's choice. So they'll have home map advantage if that's a thing.
Yeah.
Easy with a clever little position to save his AK, but they're not going to pursue. And he'll hold that weapon. It's going to be coveted in the next round because they don't have much else to work with. It has worked for them in the past, that single AK.
That setup, if you could somehow read they could do a CT spawn split, if you could hold there, that would be such a godlike position, but so situational, I have to say. We are going to see NIP pick the round up. Only AZ will survive. They'll have the AK-47. The money is being bled dry there. You can see they still have maybe 1 buy left with the 4K on AZ and Cadian. We'll see what they can do with this next one. NIP, though, in touching distance of closing out the first map. T side, though, anything can fall apart. It's actually Lekro back on the AWP on the T side. They do fully invest into it. North with the CZs, UMPs. They do have 3 rifles, though, and pretty decent utility, all things considered. 2 players towards B at the very start. They'll be challenged, though, by Rez and Forest. Trying to avoid the triple stack grenades once again. Oh, there it is. Rez will have to extinguish and fall back as the nade comes through. Actually looks pretty decent. Oh my goodness, is it ever? Cadian takes so much damage from that. He's only got the CZ, so he'll just fall back at this point. They've got 3 players on the quad side. You can see one of them in the apartments, and then it'll be Valda and Cadian.
Forest.
Holding towards the quad side and is leaving Arch open. Maybe go for a boost on the quad at this point, considering you've got so much firepower here, so you can actually look over the smokes as they come in.
All the way around, gets back up, fires him where he wanted to previously. Easy, just checking top banana. There's not much going on. He'll back away and get ready to defend. Smoke out, 40 seconds. That'll buy some time. That'll put them down around the 25-second mark when they get vision if they don't want to flash through it, and AZ firing into it actually takes down Rez, so I would highly suspect they don't want to flash through it. In fact, it's back over toward A, which seems all well and good with the exception of one man, and that man is not Volda, it's Katie, and here he is inside of the pit with the CZ. Volda's going to try and support it, but he has to play almost a retake from that position, given that they're going to be, oh my goodness, Get Right smoked off, but they're not. Get Right just turns and removes them.
Yeah, stops on a dime and just takes them both out. That's actually pretty incredible. They're going to have to save again. That's so wild. We need to see that from his POV, please, because that sounded beautiful. Get Right's having a hell of a second half here as he gets his 17th kill. He's right there up the top with Forrest as well. The old guard providing most of the frags. And we'll see NIP get one step closer. And the reason North have to save that, they've got no money left, right? That retake was actually maybe possible, but the fact they're going to be down 14-10, they have almost nothing in terms of loss bonus. It'll be the third stage. If they lost all those weapons, 14-10 down, probably going to be GG. But if they save the 3 rifles here, they've got enough to work with going forward. It won't be great, sure, but at least better than just pistols. So, have to make the call, fall back. And there we have it, 14-10. NIP looking to close this out. We've had some long old games in these best of 3s. Double overtime in the previous one. There's Get Right getting it done. That second kill especially. First one pretty standard, but look at that. Goodbye, Vowder. Not bad.
Flash out, double peek mid. Gade
flash themselves.
Yeah, sorry lads.
Well, they all survive, I guess.
Yeah, there wasn't really much there, was there anyway? No one was peeking that position at the time. Shots rattle off behind Kiabi's head on the wall. Well, no, not to re-peek as a result of that, spotted as he was, and Lekro posts up as well with the AWP. He fires into the smoke. So T-sided op is certainly revealed at this point in time. There's no secrets there for an IP. I think there was to begin with anyway, to be honest. Smoke goes down in both directions. Flashes out though, they're going to go through it. Back turns. It's a nade. The owning side is Gade and Volda want to play this together inside of the pit. Effort was there, but Forrest spots the tracers, and Cadian, who sits with 9 kills, goes down yet again. Gade with 11, just the notes, and then it's 17 for both AZ Volda. Excuse me, AZ and Kirby Volda. Forrest finds one, but gets traded out onto AZ. He now opens up to CT spawn, which is exactly what they want because they pulled Kirby out of the site. He's the only one there. Molotov down, bombs going in. You're right, it is the rounds. Volda kills off Dennis, but that's fine. They know that they're over toward, Get Right. VA site, and looked away. Timing is everything.
Sure, they make it into a 2-on-2, but there's no time to even consider going for this one. They have no idea what the remaining T's are. It's going to be map point for NIP. Gade and Vowder once again have to hold on to their rifles. That has been the headline of the second half. Forrest, 3 kills. They attempt the B split. They hit every single shot there. You can see Lekro and Forrest making their way through. Great communication as well. One library, one in the arch. Lekro goes down. Forrest is there for the follow-up. He progresses towards the CT spawn area, challenges the player on the B site, which I believe was Kiabi, took him down, and that was round over. I called it quite early, but the way the CTs were positioned, Gade and Vowder, there was nothing they could do in that round. They just had to go save. Forrest will pick up the AWP, presumably. Maybe don't want it. It was at his feet, but looks like they're fine without it. Oh, he did get at the end, right at the last second. So there you go. Here's Forrest. Straight up getting kills through smoke. Cadian will be a bit gutted with that one, but this was the teamwork I was talking about. As soon as AZ gets the kill, Forrest punishes them all on spawn. 15-10. One more round will do it for the Ninjas. As we'll see North take a tactical timeout here, but NIP pretty much have this one in the bag. It would be an absolute disaster to give it 5 rounds in a row at this point, considering the way they've been playing so far. And remember, we did say, well, I thought North had the upper hand here, but it looks like NIP will be running away with Inferno, and it's Overpass next, and that's their pick.
All true.
At least I think it is. That seems about right.
That's
that's where I'd place it if I had to guess.
No, that's I already said all of this.
Okay, there you go.
It's fine. I know, it's like a marriage. We tune each other out.
But man, day one of jet lag is always a bit rough.
Oh, excuses.
It's fine.
The old Cloud9 excuses.
Yeah, but it's so good, though. It works every time. You can't argue with it.
Yeah.
Was that the 2015 Cloud9? Was that one?
Yeah.
You know, guys, jet lag.
Not summer 2015, though. That was
no.
Yeah.
Oh, the summer 2015. Is there a video made of that?
Surely
run.
there is. I'm sure there's
Well, the
got to be
tank
some
tops and everything.
some form troll that like believes they're still the greatest.
Trace is talking about making them a show match team. Now all 5 of them have stopped playing. I'd bring them all back and just go to the tournaments, do show matches for that instead. That'd be pretty good.
It's always looking for money, that Trace guy, isn't he?
Exactly.
He's obviously going to want to be paid all the rights for that.
It's going to be 100k per match, but
Yeah.
you know, that would be pretty sick. See, they start up all in tank tops.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go then.
Something tells me there's one specific player on that team that's not worth his day rate, even at 100k.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're absolutely right. Well, there it is. Kiabi tagged up. Potentially the final round. You can see bare bones utility for the CTs. Smoke. What is that smoke about? Is that CT smoke?
Yep.
Okay.
At least I think it was, because I saw the gun trace. Yeah, no, I think it was.
Doesn't do a whole lot for them. I have to re-smoke it now. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it was a T-smoke. I didn't quite catch it. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Either way, going in 20 seconds remaining, NIP still a 5-5. Why is it? Oh my goodness. Kiabi didn't drop off while fully flashed, but still doesn't matter. AZ needs multiple kills. So there's the first, can't find the second. It looks like we got a GG moment. Kate, oh my goodness, that's on the other side of the map. A little bit jarring. So what's happened there?
Caught you off a little bit.
Yeah, but I thought there was some surprise kill going on the B side, but there we go. 3-on-2, no kip, 1 smoke, should be GG. Matt, take us home.
Yeah, okay. I was going to wait till after a few drinks, but we can get right to it. Dennis takes out Cadian. Dennis takes out Gade.